everybody, today I'm going to review Echo's 58-volt brushless mower. Now this has a 21-inch wide cut, it's completely cordless, and it runs off battery packs. It's going to last a very long time, and I've been using this particular mower for about the last 6 months. Now I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and I have picked up some tips along the way as far as good and bad. What I want to do in this video is really go over the different features that they have built into this. I'm going to show you some tips as far as making it last the longest as far as the battery life goes. And we're going to do testing to see how it actually cuts. Now I'll be mowing the front lawn as well as mulching up some leaves and very high grass so you can see the difference between them. Here's a closer look at the mower, and I do want to point out the cut is going to be 21 inches wide, which as far as battery powered units go, that's about as big as you can get. Each wheel can be adjusted, but they have to be adjusted individually. There's not a one-point adjustment like some of the other mowers. However, it will have a low setting of 3/4 of an inch, all the way up to 4 inches high. On the front of the mower, underneath this dust shield is where the batteries are going to go, and there are 2 different bays. Now keep in mind the mower does only come with one 4-amp-hour battery pack. However, if you do buy some other tools in Echo's 58-volt lineup, some of them do come with another 4-amp-hour pack, and it will power this exactly the same way. Now right now I have 2 installed side by side, and right now I have the key aimed at this one. When the battery dies over here, all I would need to do is pull the key out, spin it around, the arrow will point to the opposite direction, and then the mower will be powered off of this one. There's no need to physically remove the battery and change bays. All you need to do is switch that key. Something else to keep in mind, let's say you buy another tool, but it does not come with the high capacity pack, and instead comes with the 2-amp-hour compact pack. You can slide that right in place, make sure that the key is lined up to it, and then when you press the button, it's going to power it exactly the same way. There are 2 different options when you mow your grass. You can use the included bagger to catch all the clippings like I like to do in the front yard, and it will give it a much cleaner look. Or you can simply remove that bag. And then the hole right here in the back, they include a little plug. Now you'll take this plug, slide it into place, and now it's going to be in mulching mode. If more than one person is going to be using the mower, you do want to keep in mind one simple adjustment that can make it much more comfortable to use, and that's adjusting the height of the handle. Now right now it's in the fully upright mode. However, all you have to do is pull the pin right here and right here. And if you're much shorter, it will make it much more comfortable for you to use. Now changing that back is just as simple as pulling those 2 pins, pulling the handle back up, and they're going to click right back into place. There's going to be 3 steps in order to start and run the mower, and the first one is to make sure batteries are installed. Your second step is to push and hold this orange button in the center, and the third step is to pull the handle up. Now once it starts, you can release this button and start mowing. The last thing I want to talk about is storing the mower. Now keep in mind, if you keep this in an unheated garage, it's always a good idea to remove the batteries, keep those inside so they don't overheat or freeze. That's going to make them last the absolute longest, and you always want to make sure that they're fully charged before you start mowing. So when you pop those out, just set them out of the way, and then we can go ahead and remove the bag. We'll just lift the hatch up, remove the bag, fold the hatch down, and now we can fold our handle down. Now this is actually a 2-part process. The first part is to go ahead and pull this pin as well as the other pin, which would adjust the handles. Go ahead and fold that forward until it clicks into place. Then you're going to loosen up these 2 knobs and then fold the top part of the handle back. To start out, I'm going to go ahead and mow the front yard. Now this is what I'll typically use this particular mower for, and I really like the fact that it does have the bag on the rear of it. That gives me a very clean look, and even when the grass is very high, let's say it's rained a lot over the course of a couple weeks, and it gets higher than I normally like it. When I finally do get the chance to mow it, the battery pack still lasts the entire time. So to give you a little bit of an idea as far as runtime goes, we just filled up that entire wheelbarrow, mowed the entire front lawn, and that battery still has 2 out of 4 bars of power. Now, one area you will run into problems with as far as battery life goes is very wet grass or very high grass. Now, it will have no problems cutting this, but you do want to keep in mind, if you do not maintain your lawn on a regular basis, it is going to affect your battery life. Now that cold weather's finally here and the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, I can also show you how it does with leaf removal. Now I'll do this in 2 different clips. The first one's going to be with the bag still attached. We'll go through the leaves, it'll mulch them up, put them in the bag, and then you would have to dispose of them. Then I'll go back, remove the bag, and install the adapter to put it in full mulching mode, and we'll see what type of job it does. Now let's see how it does with full mulching mode with no bag attached. So now you've seen Echo's 58-volt brushless mower for yourself. I've been using this for the last 6 months. I've had no issues out of it, other than the things I pointed out as far as high grass or wet grass. That does tend to kill the battery power just a little bit faster. But as far as every week use, I really had no issues. It does a great job and it has a very nice cut. Now out front, I do use the bag because that's a very clean look. I don't like having all that dead grass on top of my lawn. But if you don't choose to use that, it still would work excellent with the mulching mode like I showed you. Now as far as leaf removal goes, with the bag or without the bag, it still worked great. But the good thing is, because it can mulch the leaves up so effectively, it really leaves them really as fertilizer for your lawn for next year, and you're not going to have to haul bags of them to the landfill. Now lastly, I do want to point out this does come with a 5-year warranty, so if you ever do have a problem with it, and it's not an abuse situation, they will fix or replace it for you free of charge. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.